This is my Philadelphia Eagles flag. We just recently won the Super Bowl. I've waited my whole life for this, so I am incredibly excited.
The whole point of this country is that we are open to people and ideas and bloodlines and cultural traditions that aren't from here. If you want to have a conversation about national identity, the immigrant experience, the immigrant voice has to be front and center. We're inviting people in, immigrants, refugees, people from small towns and big towns, to share their reflections on what's meaningful to us about cultural identity and civic identity right now.
So my immigration story starts in Vietnam. My mom was 9 months pregnant with me. She was one of the boat people that escaped from Vietnam post the war.
I was born and raised in Baghdad, Iraq. The war itself shattered my family. Right now, I'm the only one in the U.S. and my family is all over the world.
I moved to the U.S. in '96 to reunite with my father and my stepmom and my little brother, who was probably a year old at the time.
My dad wasn't really thinking about transitioning out of El Salvador, but one of the selling points that my aunt gave to my dad was, this will be good for your children. It'll be a space where your children can really get better education, better opportunities. This country is made up of different nationalities. But we have to be clear that that process of integration is not easy.
People don't have a common language of what it means to actually show up and participate in civic life. So the What Every American Should Know initiative is a project that we launched to invite people into the conversation by creating their own top 10 lists. What are 10 things that you think every American should know?
Every American should know the term majority-minority.
Every American should know about the Gettysburg Address.
The Constitution.
The founding of Liberia.
When I was making my list of 10 things, I think I first approached it from an immigrant perspective. But then I realized it's not just about immigrants, it's about those that have lived here. What are the things we need to know as Americans? What binds us together?
I always say that this is a two-way street. We also need to think about the value that immigrants bring to America, but the value that immigrants also get from America.
I think that is really something that on both sides we need to understand. Like, immigrants are not just takers, they are also givers.
Immigrants come here and they are economic drivers. They start businesses, they are big parts of industries.
You ready? I'm not. I wish that folks who were born here understand why immigrants are coming here. And when they do that, there's a lot of sacrifice in that.
Given a choice, they would have stayed. I mean, that's just the reality. That's what people don't get.
It's not this easy thing where you come to the United States and, it's easy to get a job and, all of that stuff. But if you're able to persevere and learn how the system works, it can be this very beautiful place where you can achieve the American dream.
If I'm from a red state, what are 10 things that I think people in blue states ought to know? All these ways in which we are divided and fragmented, we've got to have this common base of language so that we can begin to reflect on who we are as a people and what we're trying to become as Americans.
America is a place that there's love, there's conflict, there are many different pieces that come together. We all bring something to create one culture, one society.
Our diversity really is our strength. This is what makes America, America.
The more we can share all of our experiences, the more Americans will know really what it means to be an American, not just from their own experience, but also from other people's experiences.
Diversity is not scary. Diversity is part of who we are.
My name is Taif Jani, and I'm part of the American Story.
My name is Clementine.
My name is Abel Nunez.
My name is Diane Vu, and I am part of the American Story.